Hello everyone, welcome to the Ladies of Justice League YouTube channel. Here we have Mr. Jerry Hassan, the next best-selling author of his new book. So let us explain what your book is.
Well, it's actually I call it a science probability book. Most people would think of it as science fiction, but it's a storyline that is something that you would not be surprised if you heard it reading in today's newspapers. It's about a man who disappeared 35 years ago. His children and his wife don't know what happened to him. They assume that he's just dead. Now they're older, and at 35 years old, they're all around 35, 40 years old, they start having close encounters with some otherworldly phenomena that can't be explained, all on the same night in different parts of the world, 3 different parts of the world. And it leads them to this wild adventure where they suddenly learn that their father's not dead and he's coming back, and the government is involved. They're rushing to set up a meeting. The Real Life SETI Institute is involved because they've had experience in this area. And it becomes a very exciting page turner that at the end delivers a very profound message.
And then what made you decide to write this book?
Well, I've always had the dream of putting this story down. One of my favorite movies was Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I always wondered why there was never a sequel to it. And then it dawned on me that Steven Spielberg, for it to be a sequel, it would be a different kind of movie. Not so much a science, he called it a science possibility movie, but a movie that's pure science fiction, going out into space and visiting other worlds. That's not what Close Encounters was. And it dawned on me about 10, 15 years ago that a really great plot line would be his children, would be centered around his children, who are now adults, starting to go down the path that their father went down about 35 years ago.
Excellent. And so I know you're one of the top ring earners, leaders here in our marketplace in California. How has Legal Shield helped you with this book?
Well, actually, Legal Shield has delivered on the dream. When I was young, I dreamed of growing up and being a cowboy or an astronaut. These fanciful things. Girls might dream of being a princess or a doctor. As I got older, I realized I wanted to have a career that provided enough income so that we never had to worry about money, so that I can pursue the things I really love, like travel and spending time with my family. And I always had this idea of writing this book. I needed the free time to make that a reality. And Legal Shield, through our hard work, enabled us to buy a boat. We actually lived on a 3-story, 70-foot yacht that we owned free and clear, not because I'm smarter than anyone or more educated, but because we were involved with this business, and that made it possible. My wife and I started traveling. We got to spend a lot of time with our grandkids. Even my daughter, one of my daughters, is married to a military man, a colonel in the military, and they're moving all the time, living in Europe and Turkey and in Belgium. And this business gave us the freedom to travel all over the world, to visit our children, to see the northern lights, to charter sailboats and in exotic locales all over the world. And it gave me the free time to start putting that idea of mine to paper.
Awesome. So your book, what's the title and how do you get it now?
You can get it on Amazon. It's called We Were Never Alone. For those of you who are familiar with the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind, there was a tagline to that movie. It was, "We Are Not Alone." The title of my book is We Were Never Alone, A Close Encounter of the Third Kind. And when you'll read the story, you'll understand the difference between seventh and third kind. Actually, mine was Close Encounters of the Seventh Kind. It's another degree of alien intervention.
Awesome. I'm excited about your new book. I know you're going to be the next bestseller.
Thank you.
And best-selling book, so get it on Amazon.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Have a great day. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment on our Ladies of Justice League YouTube channel. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.